it.
What's up? What's up, y'all? You tuned into a seat at the table, so grab a chair, sit down, and let's talk a bit. I am one of the three great hosts, your man El Ruckus, followed by my two other partners in crime. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. Anytime.
What's going on? This is Dre. What's up, people?
What's going on, everybody? It's Malcolm here.
Okay.
Glad everybody's in, checking this out.
All right. We out here. We active. We working things out. We trying to get this all situated, but it's good. It's popping. So yeah, man. What's the first discussion at the table?
First thing at hand right now is, since I know we probably 2 weeks out on this, but it is part of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Album,
man. You talking about that Drizzy Drake?
I mean, what do you really call what a Drake project? Think about More Life.
Question a collection of songs, his playlist. I mean, my thing was, I'm not a fan of Patois Drizzy. I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm not a fan of the whole one day I'm super turned up. I rap like Future, no disrespect, but that's the vibe. And the next thing I know, halfway into the project, like the next 11 songs back to back, it's on some Islander stuff. And this is like, bro, like, I'm not trying to hear that. 11 songs back to back to back to back to back. And it's tiring. Considering the fact that it seems so disingenuous, it's not. You're not Islander, bro. I'm not gonna rap about, Puerto Rico. If I'm not Puerto Rican, that's weird. I mean, it's just out of pocket. And I didn't care for it. Free Smoke slaps though, absolutely slaps. But
yeah, Free Smoke had me thinking that the album was just gonna be nothing but bars, and then like song 8, song 9.
Yeah,
I thought I was at a reggae party.
Smooth, like you said. It started off smooth. I was like, okay, yeah, like you said, like 6 songs in, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see a shift. There's a shift, a very obvious shift in.
I mean, the thing about this album I thought was interesting. I mean, I haven't heard the entire album. I kind of stopped after like the first 9.
That says something.
But the thing is, I mean, he is from Toronto. He's from Canada, so he definitely has an audience up there to kind of. And there's a lot of Islanders in. I think that's part of what he's trying to do. He's trying to get he's trying to show love to the local scene, But some tracks I really like I like Free Smoke, and I really like Passion Fruit.
I don't remember that one.
I mean, even though that's
Passion Fruit does slap. Passion Fruit does.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bars, but then again, Drake's not all about bars.
This is the problem I have with Drake. In the last 3 or 4 albums he's released, is that we all know when it comes to Drake, we know he's rapping for the throne. Mm-hmm. And every time he releases an album, it's like, okay, he doesn't want to be taken seriously as a rapper.
Okay,
artist.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to rap at the current state, it's just him and Kendrick.
What do you mean? What do you mean rap at the current state?
Talking about like bars, metaphors.
You think Drizzy is on the same level as Kendrick?
I think Drake has the lyrical capability.
Stop it.
To compete with Kendrick, but he chooses not to. He chooses
to
make songs.
Stop it, bro.
Co-sign that, because
I might have to dethrone you from this goddamn seat, bro. What did you just say, bro?
Yeah, you listening to what I'm saying? I'm saying Drake.
Yeah,
has the lyric. I think he's witty enough. He's clever enough to make hits as well as hashtags, metaphors.
That's different though. Now we arguing: is he more culturally in tuned, or is he more lyrical?
I'm saying Drake is more well-rounded than Kendrick is, but he doesn't choose to tap into his lyrical side enough to compete with Kendrick. Here's the wrong decision.
I'll agree with you on the aspect that he's definitely more of an artist in regards to he's more well-rounded. He definitely appeals to more areas in the spectrum, so to speak. But lyrical, no, he's not touching that. I feel like he severely slacked off for that a while ago, maybe 3-4 years ago back, maybe on So Far Gone. I would argue that. just because now it's more so catchy and more so stick appeal. What's the catchiest hook? What do people like to hear? Like, you can't sit here and tell me What a Time to Be Alive is touching anything in regards to lyricism, bro. Stop it. I'm
not saying he's gonna be on some Kendrick level.
Well, no, I know that. All right. I know that.
Butterfly. I'm saying like songs like on Views, he had that song Western Road Flows.
Yeah, but that's one song on the whole project.
But I'm saying he keeps shying away from that. But if he tapped into that more,
okay,
be able to compete. I'm saying he'd be able to compete with Kendrick. I'm not saying.
Well, here's the thing. Here's where I think that Drake could not keep up is because, for one, I mean, Kendrick, that's all he does is lyricism and bars. Like, I'm not saying he's not capable of making hit songs for the radio or anything like that, but I mean, Kendrick's the great white shark of this. You know what I mean? Drake, he has bars to apply himself, but for the most part, he doesn't really.
Drake's a dolphin.
He's not at the part where
he looks like a shark, but he's friendly as fuck. The dolphin. on first glance, when that dorsal fin comes out the water, you might think it's a shark, and then you look closer, you're like, oh, it's a goddamn dolphin. It's a soft-ass dolphin. That's what it is. And it's no shade to Drake. It's just, some people are better in certain areas. I can't get mad at. Let me think. Yao Ming can't get mad at Curry if he's a better shooter. That's just his expertise. Yao Ming's he's better as a center than Curry is as a center. That's just what he's good at.
The thing is, Drake to me is like LeBron when he was on the Cavs the first time. Where LeBron, he didn't like tap into his full potential. He was like settling for jump shots.
Oh my gosh, you have a lot of faith in Drake. You have a lot of faith.
LeBron's first 4 years, he was still taking his team to the finals. He was still dominating, but when it came to clutch time for a rapper is the album.
No, yeah, you're right.
The regular season is like the singles, the little loosies that Drake was putting out. Those shit slapped. They were somewhat lyrical, but when it came to crunch time and putting and making that album that everybody's paying attention to, Drake was settling for jump shots. Sure,
but here's what I'm still arguing though. If 9 out of 10, Drake's hitting all these areas easily, mass appeal, mainstream appeal, catchiness, hooks, course, marketability, all these things. But when it comes to other artists who literally said, I sacrificed all of those to focus solely on the lyrical content, to say him and Kendrick are the only two gunning for that position, literally is like saying, okay, I guess J. Cole isn't holding a candle to Drake. Okay. I guess Joey Badass isn't touching Drake lyrically, supposedly. I guess all of these other artists who can go bar for bar easily with Drake, if not more, I think way more, aren't touching because Drake does all of them.
Bars are just one aspect of it. When we talk about hip hop, okay, lyricism is definitely one element, but you still have like the party scene.
No, yeah, and I'm not taking that away.
Being able to make the club banger is important still.
No, yeah, I'm not taking that away, but you got to keep this in mind. You said he's vibing for the #1 spot in hip hop, and hip hop, not mainstream rap. When you speak of hip hop, we think of literally rappers, lyricism. No one says, "Hey, who's a hip hop artist?" Future, Migos. No, you say Kendrick, Drake. You don't say rap. You know there is a big difference. So when you say
there is, but even with hip hop started as a party.
No, you're right. I'm not taking that away, but
so being able to get people moving is an important element.
Well, here's the thing. Like, here's the thing. When it comes to hip hop, it's that it's multiple elements. It's not just like the same thing. Let's just call it what it is. They're the same thing. It's just that definition of this whole thing got changed at one point when people got fed up with what was being put out. Roughly around that time when like Soulja Boy came out and like you had other rappers like that were coming out, a lot of people would say, "Oh, that's not real hip hop. So that's just rap." You know, I mean, it was kind of a dismissive thing, but unfortunately, Soulja Boy is hip hop. Hip hop, sort of family tree. But the thing is, we need everything. We can't just have this. We have to have guys that keep the party alive. You know, we got to have the guys that crack jokes.
I don't take that away. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when people say top 5 hip hop, we're not talking about who had the greatest party songs. You talk about who had the most lyrical content. When people say top 5 rap, the greatest hip hop artists, you're not going to say Soulja Boy or Uncle Luke. You're going to talk about, and that's not shade to Uncle Luke. I'm just saying in regards to how people's mindsets are now versus how it was then. It's geared more towards the lyrical content. People now, even though it might not be spoken of, it's almost an undertone when you think of hip hop artists. You think of like the Logics. I'll even argue the Big Seans. You think of the J. Coles. You think of the Big Crits. You think of the Kendrick Lamars. You don't think of the other artists who are just doing the party things, because that's almost disassociated from hip hop. We all know it's under the same umbrella, but it's coming to a point where unspokenly, people seem to make a distinction saying, oh, I wouldn't put the turn up guys in the hip hop category. I wouldn't consider Young Thug in the hip hop category. He's more so like that. Like, I would even argue Drake was more of a pop artist at this point. He's more of a pop international artist. To say hip hop is saying to go back to what the definition of hip hop was, which is like the struggle, the lyrical content.
That's my problem with Drake, is that he's choosing to be a pop artist when he has the ability to be more than that.
Well, yeah, definitely. But I'm saying if he had the ability to do that, and we've seen he can rap, I'm saying we've all heard some of Drake's best bars, and we've all heard some of like J. Cole's, Logic's, Kendrick's, and to sit here and say he's on par with Kendrick when we all heard of like J. Cole.
I didn't say he's on par. I said he can compete. He can compete
with Kendrick, which is literally he is literally the quintessential definition of what hip hop is right now. So you're saying he can compete with the best?
I said he can.
I don't think
that's not a stretch.
Oh, bro.
I don't think he could though, because when Kendrick dropped Control, Drake shied away from that.
That's my point. Big Crit could body Drizzy lyrically. Logic would body Drake lyrically. Honestly, and this is me being silly, Meek Mills should have bodied Drake. I don't even understand how he lost that. He should have easily. You are a battle rapper. This is what you do. There's no way he should have even lost. It was more so hype. And then I don't know even what happened. But Drake doesn't have, I've never heard it. I haven't heard the bars that make me go, damn, Drake is gassing. I've heard it plenty of times from J. Cole or Kendrick, even Joey Badass. But Drake? No way, bro. No way. Just because you say clever stuff like Western Road flows, yeah, okay. But does it mean anything? Is there content behind it?
Have you heard the song?
DeAndre, yes, I heard plenty of Drake songs. I've heard plenty of Kendrick's, which is why I have this argument. I'm just saying, bro.
Well, good way to topic, which is Kendrick's video. A lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people, for whatever reason, in my opinion, it's getting controversy. I don't know why.
Yeah, they talk about sexist because Kendrick was like, oh yeah, I like natural girls with this, and this, and if you have your stretch marks, I like your stretch marks, and they're like, oh, you're telling women how to look, girl. What? He is applauding the female for being herself, not being swayed or judged or wooed on what you see on TV or in these ads or by other people's viewpoints, but rather being your full, natural, 100% self. How in God's green earth do you take that, misconstrue it, and somehow regurgitate it in the opposite fashion? Sit that ass down, girl. Calm down.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was kind of strange to me too, because when I saw the video, I thought it was pretty at first, when I first watched it seemed, I didn't know where he was going with it. And really what's funny is that whole part was really not like, that was like, it wasn't like he centered the whole video around that.
Exactly. It was like half a second.
I think the issue was that, like, historically, men have like told women what they should wear. And even in this instance, while he was applauding women for being their natural selves, no one asked him to share his opinion. Like, women don't need Kendrick's opinion on how they should how they should dress or how they should, bring their natural selves. I think that was the I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Devil's advocate. I see that.
That was the
thing. I think it's funny how you talk to the preacher about things, but you don't go to the drug dealer and tell him to correct himself. We don't talk about all these other rappers in the streets talking about bitch, drop it up, drop it low, do this, do that. I don't see all these other feminists acting up on every single radio song on the radio talking about don't play it, it's disrespectful to women. But you go to the clubs though, you'll drop it low, you'll pop that for a real one. But Kendrick says, hey, I like your stretch marks. Oh, this nigga's a pig. Girl, sit down. You tripping.
Well, it's funny you said that because I saw a meme earlier and it said, it had like the Migos and it said, my bitch is bad and bougie. And then it said like women were like, yes. And then when it said like the Kendrick line, they were like, no, you can't say that. It's like, I mean, it's one of those things I see where DeAndre's coming from. It is mansplaining, like kind of saying, look, like you don't need to wear makeup. Like it's not really up to us to tell a woman.
No, that's a stretch.
Stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't think that was his intent. His intent was just saying you can be you and be okay.
That's someone fighting. That sounds like insecurity to me. Like you feel some kind of way and you need to just fight for the sake of fighting because you don't understand that someone is complimenting you because you are so used to being degeneralized, or not degeneralized. You're so used to being just talked down to and dehumanized and desensitized by all the stuff that's in the media regarding women and how you should act, and all this whole black women or just women in general are just things for men to gawk at and to have sex with and just to put in your videos for props. But when someone actually says something of relevance that actually is supposed to be a quote unquote woke moment, you don't know how to take it. It's such a shock that it almost seems controversial to what you're naturally inclined to think, which is what they've been programming in your head for all this time. Like, oh yeah, women are bad bitches, they're this or that. But if a guy says, oh no, I appreciate you for what you are, go to school and get your money, good shit. This nigga's a lame, he's a cornball. Oh, he must be sexist. Oh, okay.
Well, and I found it ironic too because this was the second time he came under fire for women being in his video, because I think for the last album he had a woman in his video and people were complaining because she wasn't dark enough.
I know. Look, people will fight about anything. You can't win, bro.
What video was that?
It was I think it was back.
I don't remember if it was the video or something. There was something he did. I think it was the video though.
Hey, all I know is the only video that was popping with any female that from Kendrick was that backseat freestyle when he had one. I was like, hey, I will go to Compton right now and find you. Who are you?
Oh, man. So, I mean, honestly, I think what had me excited about that song was that it was like old school Kendrick, like before, like that old ratchet Kendrick.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought Kendrick might be too famous to be rapping like he was rapping, but it was like, dang, Kendrick don't care at all.
Don't care. Now I like that because I was actually thinking about this a couple of days ago. I don't know if you guys have realized it, but the new string of artists that have come out around our time, like the J. Cole's and the Joey Badasses, so to speak, and Kendrick's, and even Big Sean, they've hit this peak where they're at a level where they've been in the game so long, they don't even care about people's opinions. It's more so about what they want to do, how they feel, and how they're going to interpret their surroundings and feed it back to the people. Like J. Cole, a lot of people were irritated about the whole project that he did, you know what I'm saying? For Your Eyes Only. But if we take a step back and look at it, I actually applaud it because it was something he wanted to talk about. It's about his life, his view of the world, what he was going through, how he felt, versus him thinking about, I have to appeal to the mainstream, I have to sell records, I have to do this. He enjoyed himself and he portrayed and personified that on the song. Same for Kendrick. He was just like, I don't need to make these records just so people can listen to them and like it and play it and say, oh yeah, this is gonna slap. He was like, I'm just gonna talk about what I want to talk about. I'm gonna make songs that I want to talk about. And then my core audience is either gonna like me or they don't, but I'm already in the game. I'm already solidified at this point because I'm still here, so I'm gonna do it. This is even as much as I'd even argue that same case with Big Sean. Granted, I didn't really care for the album as much, but it seemed like something that he wanted to do versus he felt like his hands were tied with some other albums, so he needed to put on a bunch of party songs or this or that and that. It seemed like that was just naturally something he wanted to make. And, I applaud them for it. because they don't seem like they're really pressured by the mainstream concepts of you have to do this or else you're not going to sell records. They're like, look, I've been X years in the game. I'm going to do what I want to do. That's what it is. Because at the end of the day, it's about how I feel, because that's what drew people in from the beginning. My feelings and how I express myself on the songs. You know what I'm saying? And I like it because, like what DeAndre said, old school Ratchet Kendrick. Like this damn near reminded me of Rigor Mortis, low key, or Section 80 when I heard that. I was like, ooh, okay.
It reminded me of Hold Up.
Yeah, Hold Up. Yeah, it reminded me of old gritty Kendrick. You know, like not the whole prettied up mainstream. Everything needs to sound clean and crisp. It sounded like gritty. I'm just in the studio, fucking around, and y'all are just gonna be kicking with me. That's what it sounded like. Like he doesn't care, and I liked it. Even when my man came out with the old school braids, I was like, oh, we got a whole new vibe right now. We got a whole new vibe right now. I'm digging it.
Shout out to Mike Will with the beat.
Hey, you know. Hey, and here's the crazy thing. I seen it on the Breakfast Club interview, and I was like, what's he talking about? But when I seen the video, I was like, you devil, you sneaky dog. Set it up, you sneaky dog. It was popping. Yeah, man.
Yeah, his beats are definitely some sleepers sometimes.
Oh, they caught me off guard because I was so used to like beats that he has, like Ray Shremmer, which aren't bad. It's just, I didn't expect that. I was like, oh, okay. I forgot Mike Will made it. Okay, you certainly did, good sir. You said, yeah, man. But yeah.
So I guess into the next one.
Wait. So what about Joey Badass though?
What about Joey Badass? Joey Badass has been underrated for a long time.
And a long time. Dropping his project, I think, on the same day as K-Dot.
No one checking for no Joey Badass.
Oh, wow.
The only Joey Badass project I've ever listened to was 1999.
Yeah? I
man.
like his new stuff, bro. Like
that's a good one. That's a good one to go start at.
Wait, but have you heard any more of his recent stuff? Like his newer stuff that's going to be on the actual project, like American Story?
Joey Badass song since.
Oh, bro. Like, what's that new song he just dropped, though? KKK or American Story or some shit like that?
Wait, you never what he had a song Devastated, right?
Devastated.
I heard that already. I didn't like it.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Mister, you have to have a balance between radio and lyricism, right?
And it was whack. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't whack. Would you prefer it if he would have been singing for you, DeAndre? If he would have had a light-skinned tone?
Oh, here we go. What I'm saying is that he excels in lyricism. I give him that, but when he tries to veer off into something else, he was trash.
Oh, bro, I'd have to argue that, man, because when you listen to the content of what he was saying, the only thing about it that was different was that he had a catchier hook and the beat was more upbeat. But if you listen to what he was saying, he was talking about the struggles he was going through and then all the issues he was seeing as a black man and just as any minority in those situations. Anyone going?
I understand that. Kendrick did the same thing and he made all right, and that song slapped. Devastated doesn't slap.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I respect it. I'm not going to disrespect it.
I'm like, okay, I appreciate you sending the message, but you kind of Alicia Keys in it right now.
Yo.
Hey, young ball for the W.
He's Alicia Keys in it.
I mean,
bro, I hope we don't get shut down. That's so disrespectful. Come across the podcast and be like, this is the first and last time.
Well, it's like Kanye West when he came out with Spaceship. He was really talking from the heart, but it slapped.
Yeah. Okay. Look. What about Land of the Free? Y'all heard Land of the Free by Joey Badass? The one we talking about?
I haven't heard Land of the Free. What kind of title is that?
Listen, I think I did hear that before.
He even dropped the visual. He had the visual too.
Oh, my bad.
No, you could. He had the visual too, and he was talking about the whole struggles of the black man, seeing what was popping off in society, black on black crime. Dog, if you're telling me you don't want to check for that song, bro, then come on, bro. You kind of being.
I definitely peeped that one night. I mean, the thing about him is that like he's definitely grown from being trying to keep taking it back to the 90s. But I mean, that's kind of like a trend that New York rappers get caught into from time to time. They just want to keep bringing it back, but like it's almost like but the thing about him is he kind of had that momentum that ASAP dudes had. They were creating movements.
Yeah.
And that's something, about him that I always liked and admired. And even now seeing him, it's like he's grown, like you see the growth.
Exactly.
Guys like him, like you said, him, Cole, Sean has been in the game for a long time now.
You see the growth, you see the change. It's not the same old. You see consistent changes. Yeah, man. And it's also, this can even go back into the whole argument we were talking about earlier offline, when we were discussing the whole why I was a little annoyed personally with certain artists in certain regions, and why I just don't like the fact that they don't progress, because it's the same thing. You can't keep regurgitating and recycling the same sound year after year, but you don't open yourself up to change or growth or new things or experiences. It's the same sound in certain regions, particularly the region we're in right now, the Bay Area. And that's not shade to them. It's just like,
sound has changed so much, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying the music scene hasn't, but everywhere else it has. But if it's still in here, it sounds the same. That's all I'm saying. I know the music scene has changed. That was my argument. I was like,
has the Atlanta music scene changed since the crunk era to now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. It got into the auto-tune era.
Lyricism hasn't really changed. The production-wise,
no, words are words. Lyricism is going to change, but the style of the music still, literally, the South has come up with so many different vibes of music within like the last couple of years. Literally, a lot of these rappers rap just like Southern artists.
South, not really. The South kind of just took auto-tune and kept going with it. Like they just evolved. Like, I mean,
auto-tune aside, I'm talking about even like the future style of rapping, whether it's like that triple time rapping style, or
the same stuff they was rapping about when we were in high school.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the lyrical content. I'm talking about the cadence, the way they say the song. It's not the same like coming down the street in my 6'4". It's the way he'll say it. Even the triple time rap, when Future's doing something like, I might just fucking your bitch, hey, coming to zip, hey, and now everyone's starting to adopt that new style. Or even the way the mumble rap is. As much as we don't like it, all of these new styles and approaches are something that's brand new and it's being introduced. It's not the
but that's not growth though. Like when I was
speaking difference, it might not be a good growth for some, but it's a movement forward because you're not in the same position. You're not in the same spot.
It's a movement forward of it's like going from McDonald's to In-N-Out to Five Guys. It's still fast food. It's just higher quality.
It's still a burger.
Sure.
Like it's it's like
yeah. It's always going to be a burger. Rap is always going to be rap. There's only so many ways you can say a word, bro. It's just now how do you say it?
It's about like in progression as an artist. It's like Jay-Z going from Dead Presidents to something like Empire State of Mind.
Bro, no, Jay-Z raps the
You see the growth in the progression.
Bro, Jay-Z raps the exact same way.
Jay-Z can make a hit song that the masses love.
No.
But you have your style. But what I'm saying is like, if you like, everybody has their personal style. It's like it's like trying to expect Michael Jordan to not play the way he plays. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna play the way he plays, but the thing is, you want to see what he adds to the way he plays. So Michael Jordan went from a guy that was super athletic to somebody that had a jump shot, somebody that developed a post game, somebody that was able to rebound, somebody that was a better passer. So it's like you got to add certain of those elements to make you, I feel like, a better rapper. Like that's what we like about J. Cole. He went from something like workout to now he has like folding clothes.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. And a lot Bay Area artists don't sound like that. I don't hear that. I don't hear that growth where it's like you're able to touch different styles of music.
What growth have you heard in terms of content from the South?
The thing went out. Say it again.
What in terms of content? What growth have you heard from the South?
I'm not using the South in regards to lyrical content because obviously I don't think there's a lot of lyrical content like that.
Name a reason where you a growth in lyrical content.
You said name a what?
Name a reason that because we're talking about regions now, right?
Okay.
And
no. We're not talking about regions per se, because to say a whole region and to just generalize all of them in a region, that's a little difficult. But I'm just talking about examples, and I'm being a little more specific. I'm being a little more hard-headed on the Bay, just because there's not a lot of artists that come out of the Bay that don't sound significantly different, unless it's like R&B or in a completely different genre. But hip hop, it sounds significantly the same to me.
I think Rich Homie Quan sounds similar to Future. I think Migos sounds similar to Future.
Yeah.
I think Gucci sounds Future sounds similar to Gucci.
I don't know about Migos and Future though. They kind of different to me. I feel like Migos are better rappers than Future.
Nah, bruh. Yeah, they.
But I mean, I feel like Migos are better rappers. But Future makes better music. I would say in ways.
Stop it.
And then I would say Troy Ave sounds similar to Joey Badass. Joey
Not
Badass.
Not at all.
Hold on. I just want to hear what you're saying right now, bro, because I don't agree with half of that. But go ahead.
I'm just saying that they're all every region they relate in a similar way. They're not as diverse as you think.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying
no. You're right. You're right about it.
They're
I just feel like you're being hard
right
for no reason.
I'm saying they're innovative. It's innovative, and it's still innovative X amount of years later.
I think the Bay is innovative.
It is, but they don't express it in their music. That's what I think. In hip hop and rap music in the Bay Area, it's not expressed. R&B, sure, you got cats like Kehlani, you got all these other dudes who are coming out. And we even had the discussion. The few in the Bay are rappers who sound innovative that I respect. One of them you saw on the Double XL list, that you brought up. BGS that you brought up, I thought Mozzie sounded dope considering the fact that I didn't think he would be that lyrically dope from someone like that, but he was. But other than that, it's like you had the same style and the same kind of vibe, and everyone wants to just kind of do the same thing. You can argue that same case with the South, but at least the South are the ones who are making the decisions, and everyone else follows along. So I can't even get mad at them.
But that's how hip hop's always been, though. It started it just goes in patterns like that. Because New York started out leading the race. Then California took over after New York was starting to, New York adopts elements back from California. Then next thing you know, once New York and California pretty much reigned supreme up until maybe let's say the early 2000s. Then the South started to. But I mean, the thing is, but even then, nobody was all sounding exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like somebody did a style and then everybody just started patterning it around that. Now, there was certain content, like when gangster hip hop from California was popular, then New York rappers started talking about their gangster stuff. So, I mean, you got that, but it wasn't like cats. Everybody sounded different for the most part.
Sure.
It sounds different.
Sure.
There is no real innovation. The only innovation is from the guy who starts that style. So like whoever the first few mumble rappers were that became popular, they're going to be known as the innovators. After that, it's just going to become generic.
Sure, but it still starts from somewhere. And if the reign is in one person's hands significantly, they're the innovators. That's what it is. And if the Bay Area has only been innovative, I would say early 90s, and then kind of late 2000s with the hyphy movement, and then after that, it kind of just died down with the rap scene, and R&B started to bubble back up again with this new Kehlani kind of vibe, and then it was just chill. And then LA was put on the map for a little bit because they had that whole LA kind of DJ Mustard vibe popping off. But then the Bay Area, in regards to the rap scene, still was over here trying to sound like the early 2000s. And it was like, okay, but it's not the early 2000s.
The rap scene right now is trying to sound like the early 2000s.
I never said now, but I'm saying it doesn't sound too far from it. It's not.
The Bay Area's in a bad market.
But in fairness, wait, what'd you say?
I just think the Bay Area is in a bad market.
That too.
I mean,
that's the only thing that holds the Bay Area back.
Was kind. I mean, but this sort of shit when it comes to the West.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
There's change in the Bay Area. It's just we have OGs, but like it's not like how the South still has a T.I. who's still, you know what I'm saying? Like we have E40, but like he's the only one kind of.
That's my point. And
At least from on a national level.
And that was my argument, that there's not a lot of consistency and there's not a lot of new faces coming out that are going to come back and then use that newfound information or however they came out to bring up the next freshest sound in the Bay. It's just like, once you get on, you're out. And then the Bay's stuck being wherever it is at that time, trying to find a way to get out. And they might not get out until maybe something significant catches someone's attention. But until then, you might have 4 or 5 other regions or other areas like the South who might come up with 4 or 5 different styles of rap. And because you got the OG still out there who are like, okay, I like that. Let me help him come up based off of the connections I made. And now you get some new innovative sound from there. And then another one the next year. And maybe another one the following year. And the Bay's still out here with the same old school style because no one else is trying to bring it up to the forefront so that the next young blood can come up and try something new. And then after that, and after that.
Well, the only time we saw that was with Neff. Like, Neff was the only artist that we
saw, yeah,
you know, went out of our way to get him out there. So, but you're right. We do need more of that. We need, like, how when the pack was popping.
Yeah. Absolutely, dog. Absolutely.
You're hating on Kamaya.
Okay. See,
everything y'all talking about. She's literally everything y'all talking about, and you still hate on this young lady.
No, bro. I just don't think
I'm not hitting. Nobody's hating on Kamaya. I'm just. She's not my personal flavor.
Yeah, I just don't think she's good, bro. I just don't like it. It just don't sound good to me.
I think Lil Uzi Vert and 21 Savage are good.
Okay.
You didn't hear that from me?
I never said that. See, this is what DeAndre does, bro. He'll try to fire me on this stuff, and I even admit. Some of those dudes who I do say I like him for a specific reason. And I said I like Designer just because he reminds me of Future, which y'all like, because he has that turn-up aspect to him.
Designer and Future are not similar at all.
Okay, bro. Okay. They sound that sounded like bro, stop it. They sound exactly the same.
One song that was similar. Future goes into emotion, man. No.
Okay. No, okay.
Future. Honestly, bro, I'm in Future high. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
Because Percocet Mask Off slaps, bro. That's what it is. Because
Future has been making slaps since 2011, since Tony Montana.
Stop it. Tony Montana was
Future made Tony Montana, and you're gonna talk to me about Designer. Future made Tony Montana, and you're gonna talk to me about Designer. Stop.
I never talked about it.
I mean, you made it seem like Tony Montana is some iconic album or record.
Like Tony Montana wasn't that good.
Cool for what it was, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, better than Designer. I mean, but I feel you though, because I have artists that I listen to, and I'm not some like best lyricists of all time, but they were some of my favorite people to listen to.
That's what I was arguing. That's why I was trying to get through the DeAndre before you hopped on the Future bandwagon. I said,
I'm glad you understand that now, so you now understand why I like MF Doom.
I'm not saying I never hated you on liking MF Doom. You liked MF Doom back in the day, bro. So I can't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know how, but
you liked him way back then, bro. So I'm just like, yo, you are a solid fan. I can't take that away from you, but I just personally don't get it because when I'm listening to him, I'm like, bro, you are saying words that aren't even real. You are literally just making up.
Hey, that's how I feel about Designer and all them dudes.
Just grinding on tracks. Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff, man.
So, you know, we definitely hit hip hop pretty hard. We're gonna shit here because this is, you know, probably one of the more peculiar seasons in the NBA. Start off with this. I mean, who y'all got as MVP?
Oh. Russell Westbrook.
Both y'all with Russell Westbrook.
LeBron James.
Yes, triple double.
Yeah, Russ has been working his butt off.
We have to take the summer into account. We have to take Kevin Durant leaving and him still take the emotional toll of KD leaving the Thunder.
Oh my God! Listen to young Smith go.
Russell Westbrook leading that team to the 6th seed, 7th seed in the Western Conference.
Yeah, he
having
did.
a triple double, never missed a game. He hasn't missed a game all year.
Never missed the game. Big.
That's big.
He hasn't missed a game all year. It's not even.
We see what's going on with Derrick Rose right now. So
But I was just going to say, but you know who's going to miss a couple of games? Young Rose. Young Rose.
Man, leave Derrick Rose. I feel bad for the guy.
I don't know, bro. Maybe you should just not. I really feel like his contract's in jeopardy now, bro. Because this is.
I mean, they're just gonna buy him out. If anything, they're just gonna let him walk.
He's on the Knicks. He's on the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I read an article. They were talking about this is gonna severely affect whether or not he gets picked up.
But he's supposed to resume basketball activities in 6 weeks. Yeah. It's not like he tore his ACL.
He's supposed to go into surgery, isn't he?
Yeah, but he just tore his meniscus, though.
Yeah, bro.
So, I mean,
but here's the thing.
It's like his fourth surgery, though.
That's like his fourth. Exactly. That's my point. For a regular athlete, yeah, okay. One surgery, you're expected to heal and be considerably better at some time. But if this is Derrick Rose and you've had a history of back-to-back surgeries and tears or some type of ailment, I'm worried that you have this surgery you're not going to be at 100%.
Honestly, man, I don't even care because D Rose used to be a goon, and I'm always support his comeback trial.
Bro, but it's like it was such a he came out in like what 2011, and I was like, oh, bro, they were talking about him so goddamn.
That was when you get the MVP. I mean, it's kind of ironic because Derrick Rose was the Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
At that time. Like, he was the guy known for doing all that athletic stuff. I mean, he wasn't doing triple doubles, but he was
working.
No, he was dropping. Yeah, he was good for about what?
They were in the same draft.
Oh, yeah, my man was working.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's sad, but at the same time, the people I feel worse for in that situation are the New York Knicks fans because that is literally, in my opinion, done nothing to help make that. I mean, you'd go to trade for Derrick Rose in the first place, and Joakim Noah.
You gotta blame Phil Jackson. That's all his decisions. You don't sign two players with bad knees pushing 30.
What Carmelo? I'm gonna say, but what about Carmelo, bro? That boy ain't even trying anymore.
Carmelo Anthony, all that money.
Melo's doing all he can. I mean, what is he supposed to? What is Melo supposed to do? We know the type of player Melo.
He's supposed to step up and be a leader. He's supposed to facilitate. He's just kind of.
Yeah, he needs to build the Knicks around that white boy from Russia.
Hey, what's
his
draft pick? Because he's the truth. I didn't even think
it's Crow. That team needs to be Porzingis. He needs to be like, give me the damn ball. But you can't do that when you got Melo and Lala Anthony.
Ego tripping. Dog. That's what I'm saying.
This man said like Lala was on the court.
She over here like, you better let Carmelo touch the ball at least.
Lala's trying to get some TRL votes. No.
Oh, DeAndre's trying to get his vote game up right now. He's trying to get likes on the video. He's like, subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. I do comedy. No doubt, bro.
It's kind of rough though because like it sucks. Harden needs to get some respect. Nobody that people thought was barely gonna make the 8th seed.
Mm-hmm.
They possibly could get out of the West if they play well enough.
Sure.
But
I
mean, I'm not sure. I haven't seen any videos this year, but I know last year I saw so many videos of Harden playing defense.
yeah.
Right. Like Russell Westbrook is not great at defense, but he just takes dumb chances. Harden, at least last year, didn't play defense at all.
He did nothing. Harden still doesn't
play defense at all.
Harden still does not play any defense.
No, there's for this season because I'm full a couple times. So,
that boy Harden, bro.
I mean, the thing is, better defense now with him running the points. So other guys, but I mean, I don't know. The thing is, nobody saw this coming with James Harden at the point with Mike D'Antoni as the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike D'Antoni is a rat. I hate him.
He's not really. But I mean, who do y'all predict to win? Let's predict to get out of the West and the East.
I got the Spurs.
You got Spurs to get out of the West?
Yep. I think Kawhi Leonard's going to get it done.
Wait, but what about the Eastern Conference?
Oh, the Cavs. The Cavs are going to win again.
They'll lose if they go up against the Spurs. That's just history repeating
Nah,
itself
man.
there.
LeBron, from what I saw what he did last year, LeBron, he's the best player in the world.
Stop it.
I mean, I can't really debate that. I can always had Durant as being better than LeBron. Because when you're 7 feet tall, you can do everything 4 can do.
Yeah.
You know, what do you know, and you can drop.
The thing is, LeBron has heart now. LeBron didn't always have heart.
Yeah.
But what do you mean LeBron has heart now?
LeBron has heart now. He's
sticking it out. He's sticking it out with his team right now.
Crying about we need more help.
Position.
Wait a minute, the same guy crying, saying that we need more.
He's sticking up to his leadership position, bro. Even watch the way they respect him, the way he interacts with his team. You can see he's building a real.
Yeah, they were down 3-1 against the best team. The best team who had the best regular season record of all time.
They were
down 3-1. He brought them back, bro.
You could argue that the Warriors just dropped the ball on him.
Spotted the Warriors in the finals, and he looked at Curry and said, "Little nigga, LeBron has been walking different, bro."
Shut the fuck up.
Ever since he called Curry little nigga, I became a fan of LeBron again, and he's been walking more hard.
No, I don't cite. Granted, the Cavs definitely turned it around, but let's really look at it though. If Draymond doesn't get the Cavs,
but you know what? That happens to Draymond every 15 games. That's Draymond. That's Draymond's fault.
It happened in this specific game. That's something because Draymond should have got suspended after he kicked.
Hey, bro, you're doing the most.
He should have. Why did they
wait
until this game or this?
Y'all tripping. Y'all flexing. So, I got something to say, though. Young Blood got to cut out a little early, cuz. Young Blood got to cut out a little early, bro. I forgot I got to get up early. And, yeah, cousin.
All right. Well, there you have it. That was our seat at the table. Hope everyone's very, very much entertained. We're going to have more coming, so keep a lookout for that. Eventually, we will have a Facebook page and many more things. So thank everyone for tuning in this week.
Thank you.
We'll let you know how it's going to go down next week.
Next week, man. Next week. And this is, and again,
y'all want to do your outros?
Yeah, you feel me? Again, this is the Kid L Ruckus, LRUCUS. Check out the website. I am LRUCUS.net.
Oh, we playing websites?
Oh, we doing work right now, man. I'm just saying, we out here. You might as well put in this work right now, young ball. What about y'all? Y'all go ahead and drop your little monikers. Let them know.
My name. You know, that's all. That's what I came into this world with. You know,
King Dre. His name is his name.
King Dre.
Hey.
Right.
Yes, sir. All right. Much love, though, y'all. All right, we got to do this again next time, y'all. Stay tuned.
All right.
Hey.
All right, most definitely. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Peace.